you going there with your new helmet? You got your tag hanging off?
We're in Vancouver.
The front bit of it.
You must buy a helmet.
You got your cardboard and everything. Stop doing it.
It's good, huh? Flattering.
So nice.
So it's day 276 and we are in the YWCA in Vancouver. It's a really great place to stay actually. It's got like a big kitchen upstairs and a lounge room, and they've got all sorts of things going on here, and it's downtown, super convenient place. So today was an interesting day. I woke up feeling really emotional. I thought that there was the appointment today with the mediator and my husband, and I was really stressed about it. I felt really not ready at all. I didn't feel like I had time to settle and digest the information that I'd been given yesterday, and I just felt really stressed out. And finally my sister came back and we were sitting down to get ready to get onto the mediation call, and I was sitting there and it was kind of, the time was a little bit past the time. I thought, oh, they're a little bit late, and then I realized it was the wrong day. It's actually tomorrow that the mediation is on. I'm going to be able to hear that. You're brushing your teeth and I'm going to be able to hear that.
I'll go and do it somewhere else.
Okay. You look so spunky. So that whole little scenario was really interesting because I was basically sitting there really stressed out. I had a headache. I woke up with a headache. I've had a headache for about 10 days. I'm not sleeping well. I must be clenching my jaw. My body is in a state of stress because of everything that's been going on. So deep within my consciousness, there's stress even. So it's coming out and it's showing its signs in my body. So I was sitting there and I was really stressed, and I had this headache. Whenever I get a headache, it just magnifies the stress and overwhelm. And so then I realized, oh, it's not even on today. And so there was this great sense of relief, and it made me think about this reading that I had today that was all about the way that we, when people say to us, think before you speak, think about what is going on before you actually open your mouth. And often we can go so crazy in our heads and make up certain things that's going to happen, and it just stresses us out more and more and more. And I was just thinking about that this morning, and then that happened. So I was kind of sitting there like stressing myself out and feeling really overwhelmed and just feeling the intensity of the situation that I'm in. I don't have a home. I'm like staying in hotels. I don't have a home. I'm kind of adrift, which can be a really good thing because it can be a new beginning, a new opportunity, and there's all sorts of amazing stuff that can really be coming into my life now. However, there's the other side of it that's also really overwhelming. There's no stability. I feel very vulnerable and all of this kind of thing. So it's kind of like this fine line that's going on, and I have to be really, really present all the time, basically to stop myself from going too far into the future, too far into the past, and just make sure that I'm really staying in the present and in this moment. Otherwise I get way too overwhelmed and I can't deal with life. So just thinking about that reading this morning, that was all about how we can go crazy in our head, and then we can speak that craziness out of our mouth when really we need to just kind of stop and just think about things a little bit more before we actually go into creating that overwhelm and the crazy thoughts. So anyways, that was my little scenario today. Leah, do you want to say anything today?
No, I don't think so. Hello. It's been really nice being in the city. So exciting. Eating, doing the washing. It's just been really nice. And it's sad though, because in 2 days I'm going back home and Sophie's staying here. But yeah, I'm glad to be here. I love my sister.
Aww. Well, this is day 276. And if you like this video, you know what to do. And if you want to comment so I know who's watching and we can have a little bit of a conversation, and if you're relating to what I'm talking about, I'd love to hear from you. And remember, you can subscribe so you get notifications when I upload new videos. Thanks for watching. So Leah and we just came out of Dark Table.
And it was amazing.
It was so good. And so Dark Table table is you go into a restaurant that's completely and utterly pitch black and you have dinner in there. It was so cool.
And you're served by a blind person, and it was so amazing. She was hilarious. She had such a great sense of humour. We had the best time. Pitch dark. Absolutely pitch dark.
Like being in a dark room.
Yeah, just trying to guess what the food was, and yeah, it was so fun.
It was
an
awesome.
experience. Yeah.
3-course meal with mocktails and dessert, and you had to figure out what you were eating.
It was great.
And you basically get led into a completely dark room and seated, and it's so cool. I highly recommend it.
And funny.
Yeah, really funny.
Really funny. We thought we were gonna, like be so silly and just laugh so much, but it didn't matter because it wasn't, it was noisy. There were other people in there.
And we ate with our hands the whole time.